Hi, my name is Almira Yusufi. I'm a criminal defense attorney in San Diego at the law office of David Shapiro, where we help good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime. In this video, I will be discussing some tips for finding a good criminal defense attorney slash firm. First, let's discuss why you should get a good criminal defense attorney slash firm. I think most people can answer this question intuitively, but just in case, when you're charged with a crime or you're under investigation, you have a job, you have a family, you have a reputation in your community, those are all at stake. And so you're risking a lot by not hiring a qualified and good criminal defense attorney, because doing so is going to give you the best opportunity to protect what's most important to you. And so I'm going to go over some tips, some qualifications that you should be looking for when you're trying to find a good criminal defense attorney to represent you. The first one is, how responsive are they? You never want to be left in the dark. If you're hiring a criminal defense attorney to defend you, you want to know what's going on with your case at every stage of the way, so that you're never blindsided by something that you weren't expecting. And so having a criminal defense attorney that's updating you and letting you know what's going on with your case is very important. So if you're calling and you're emailing and you're not getting a response for days on end, that's not a good sign. So one thing to be aware of when you're looking for a good criminal defense attorney is making sure that they're going to be responsive to you. Now, the second thing that you want to look into when searching for a criminal defense attorney slash firm is if they only practice criminal defense. Now, there's a lot of firms out there that do all sorts of different practices, and that might seem enticing on the outside, but it might not actually be the best thing, because what you want is a firm and attorneys that are regularly working in the criminal law field, because those are going to be the people that will be most familiar with the courthouse in your area and the judges and the prosecutors. So you want to be with somebody that's familiar with all that stuff, and not somebody that practices different types of laws and only does criminal Mondays and Tuesdays, for example. The next thing you want to look into is, what does the appearance of the firm look like? How is the attorney presenting him or herself? Are they well dressed? Do they speak professionally? Are they, do they have their hair right? Is their shirt tucked in? Are they wearing the right shoes? These are all important things, because if your attorney, is not presentable, just imagine how they're going to advocate on your behalf, how they're going to look in court in front of the DA, in front of the judges. So you want to make sure that your attorney looks good and presents well, because presentation and professionalism is extremely important in a courthouse. And the next thing you want to look at is if the firm and the attorneys are locally experienced. That's why our firm only represents individuals in San Diego and San Diego courthouses, because those are the courthouses that we are most familiar with. Those are the courthouses that have the judges and the DAs that we know. We don't practice outside of San Diego, and so it's important that when you're hiring a criminal defense attorney, you're not hiring someone that's from out of town and has to drive down to San Diego. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. And then the last thing you want to look at a firm is how they make you feel. When you're on the phone with them, do you feel secure with them? Do you feel protected by them? Do you feel that they're going to best advocate on your behalf? If you don't feel that way, then it's probably not the right fit for you, and you should probably find another defense attorney to represent you. You want to feel comfortable and you want to feel confident in the person that is defending you at your most vulnerable situation. And as a reminder of the beginning of the video, if you have a career, you have a reputation in your community, you have a family to support, you want to protect all that. And so having someone that you trust is going to be extremely important. I hope that information is helpful, And if you or a loved one is charged with a crime, make sure you call our office today at 619-295-3555. Thank you.